On the button.
Ta-da!
Nice.
It is 9:15 on a Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining us here. My name is Elizabeth Hasshagen.
And I'm Papa. I'm my dad.
So for a very long time, I did that from that seat. I was always on that side with my partner, Carol Silva. And it is her birthday today, so happy birthday, Carol Silva. And also our good friend, Adam, who's on no social media at all and will probably never see this. But Adam Citron, happy birthday to you as well. We love you, Adam.
He's a great guy.
Great guy. So I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You have Netflix, yeah?
Yep.
Have you seen the DCC documentary?
No.
Okay, so Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders have these series of documentaries. And I have watched them with my daughter. And they're amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. And I think even just for the articles... No, even just because you were a cheer dad, like the original OG girl dad right here. I was a cheerleader every competition, all my gymnastics stuff, everything. Yep. This guy, front and center, he knew the cheers, right? I mean...
We used to drive all the way upstate to watch you cheer at a football game.
But I mean, it's its own sport, by the way, separate conversation.
It is.
Cheerleading is a sport. But one of the things that made me think of it is that you're watching them thunder, and they're doing these huge kicks, and they're going across the stadium, right? Mm-hmm. And you see the big star, and you repelled from that roof.
Amazingly, yeah. Well, yeah.
But you wouldn't say, like, FDNY, Dallas Cowboys, if anything, you'd think there'd be a rivalry.
Yeah. How do you make that connection?
Yeah, how do you make that connection?
Well, it's crazy. Well, again, it's FDNY and Rescue 1 and Special Operations and all that. After 9/11, we were real busy, as everybody knows, in September, October, November, December, and finally things started calming down a little bit once we got to 2002, but still it was a focused thing. And so many firefighters and departments from across the country reached out, helped us, came to funerals, did all those wonderful things, visited firehouses, brought food, just amazing, the outpouring. And once things started getting a little bit back to normal, then the next wave of good things they did, and that was different training opportunities opened up. And I believe New York City got a call from Rescue, which is a training company down in Texas. And they were interested, and they were running a thing and had some spots open and invited the New York City Fire Department to send some representatives down. So I was chosen as one of the representatives. And a couple firefighters, a couple EMS people. And when we got down there, it was way different than I thought, you know. My idea of Texas.
Yeah.
I figured there'd be horses everywhere.
Yes, and cowboys.
Yeah, cowboys, horses, Indians.
Yeah.
You know, all naively. I see more horses driving to Greenport.
Really?
Than I saw in Texas. I don't think I saw one horse in Texas, but that's just where I was, you know.
Okay.
But it was an amazing opportunity, and just to set the stage, when we first got there, they were showing different things. And one of the things that I've learned from reading a lot of novels and liking detective movies and things like that, usually one of the rules is if you show a gun, you have to use it.
Ooh.
Like in the plot.
Okay.
You can't just throw
it. Right. Oh, okay.
So they were doing a show and tell. And as they were going through this stuff, and this is a flashbang grenade. And then they went on to other stuff. And like, okay, so that's in the back of my head.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden there's a dog there. And everything else they were talking about goes away. People are always interested in the dog, and this is a search dog.
Okay.
And I believe this dog had gone to the World Trade Center. I saw them there. I didn't work with any of them, but it amazes me how talented they are. So Jan was the lady that was kind of running the show, and she says, take your car keys and just throw them into that field.
Oof.
Next to the firehouse was this big open field, just light grass. And okay, being a dummy, I throw the keys, and They bring the dog over. The dog takes a sniff of me. They give him some command. He goes out in the field and goes right over there and points or sits down or waves, whatever the hell he does, to get their attention. He found it, and he went right to the keys. I mean, it was amazing. Showing you how they can find things. They can even find things underwater, amazingly, all this other stuff. So it turns around that we do different evolutions. We have some great classroom training, all these different things, and the culmination is going to be, we're going to work with, I believe it was the Irving, Texas SWAT team, and we're going to go to the Dallas Stadium, which is actually in Irving, but the Texas Stadium, I think it was called then. And it had a little hole in the roof, and if I remember the story, I watch a little football, but I'm not crazy about it. But I think the thing was, they left an opening in the roof so God could watch his football team.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was something like that.
Something like that. Sounds about right.
So we're all getting ready, and the idea is it's a full stadium, and there's a sniper, so it's a terrorist thing. So it's going to be high-angle ropes, and first aid, and so the SWAT guys go get the bad guys, and the fire guys go get the wounded people.
Okay.
And we're going to turn this into a big giant thing, which was really neat, and that's what they did. So I'm told I'm a medic. So I'm in SWAT clothes, I'm dressed like a cop. I had pictures of myself with a machine gun and everything. And I'm with the first wave of guys that are going to go, and all of a sudden, boom, one of the flashbang goes off. And I really didn't jump because I was expecting it. If you're going to have a dramatic entry.
Yeah.
So they said to me later, said, I was watching you didn't even jump. And I said, yeah, but you showed me the thing yesterday. I figured you were going to blow it up sooner or later.
Two for flinching. Oh,
yeah.
You don't get it.
Well, ever since my sister Nancy scared me when she was a little kid, she was like 4 years old, scared the death out of me. I've expected from that time on
to be scared.
So I usually don't react because every time I turn a corner, I'm waiting for little Nancy to do something to me.
I like it.
So we do our drill. The cops I'm with, one of them supposedly gets shot, and they put iodine on him, so now I got to medical him up and everything. And then we put him on a rope system, lower him down, and all this other stuff. And when the thing is over, up in the rafters, they had put a repelling station. So you got to go all the way up and then slide down this rope onto the field. And you can see the Cowboy end zone below me. And we had every piece of equipment you could want. Ropes, carabiners, special brakes, prusik cords, everything. Nobody had a football.
No!
We're in a football stadium and nobody has a football.
Oh, man.
So I think somebody took off their work boots and were throwing a boot as a football so you could run into the end zone and spike the guy's boot. But it was amazing. And my friend Jerry, who had been chief with me, I knew he was a Dallas fan. So when I landed, I walked over to the star in the middle of the field and I just laid down on it.
Oh, that's cool.
For Jerry. I figured Jerry would love this, so I'm laying there appreciating it for him. So that was kind of cool, and it just once again reminded me all the amazing places in Manhattan and throughout the city I got to go to. But then, because of the New York City Fire Department again, here I am sliding from the rafters of a major NFL stadium onto the field. And just, it's nuts.
That is,
to think that you can get in that position.
Right?
Yeah.
I think like the other person who did something like that was like Lady Gaga during the Super Bowl. Do you remember? She like kind of rappelled down from the top. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So it's like you and Lady Gaga.
Yeah, me and her. Oh, I like that Lady Pink that goes spinning around.
Oh my
gosh, I don't want to spin as much as her, but
I saw her in concert at Nassau Coliseum, and she was like right over our heads.
She's very acrobatic.
Yeah. She's super fit
and can sing too.
Yeah, she can sing.
Yeah.
Do you see the? I think it was maybe the CBS Morning Show did something on her, and they I think stood on her stomach or something because they were showing like how her core strength is so crazy. Yeah, she's amazing. So the other, because I was thinking about this, truth be told, last week because we were mentioning you went on the Harvey fireboat and you went by the Statue of Liberty and they let the water go, and what a cool experience. But you, when I'm going to say early 1980s, had to carry me like a backpack up the Statue of Liberty, right? Because I was a little kid and couldn't make it, and we were on like our family trip.
All the way up into the crown. You can't go into the arm anymore, but we went up to the crown. You look out the little windows. You can't see much, but it's an amazing thing to do. And the funny thing is, years later, Bruce and I are working with a rope company, and ever since 9/11 it had been closed. So in 2004, the president decided, President Obama, we want to open it back up and we want to do it safely. So he gave them a little carte blanche, make sure everything's right. So one of the Smokies there, one of the guys in charge of the safety part of it, he must have been in the fire service too on the side.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but anyway, we end up going there, and if you've ever been in the Statue of Liberty, there's a double staircase, like a double helix DNA kind of staircase going up, and one group goes up and then the other part goes down, so you're not passing each other on the same stairs. And the theory was, if we're going to open this thing up, what happens if Grandma is up in the crown where we were,
right,
and gets a heart attack? How are we going to get her down? And it's a bear. Well, this little device we had, which was designed for personal use, to bail out a window, and you could go hands-free, it would lower you right to the ground. At a safe speed, you wouldn't get hurt. But they asked us, do you think it would work for that? And I said, I know it would work perfect. So we tied the rope off. We had a person in a Stokes basket or a little litter or whatever to take them down, and we put this gizmo at the top. And one of the things that was going wrong, they used to do it where they had like a repelling device at the top, and then when you went down, you're going down a spiral staircase, so the rope is wrapping around the spiral staircase. And the thing that you control the rope lowering with is friction.
right,
And now you're adding more friction. So the further down you go, the harder it is. You have to start taking bars off to reduce the friction up top.
right.
And it really gets to be difficult. But using this device, when we went around, the friction device was traveling. So we were leaving rope behind us, and we did it the first time and had them watch it. And I'm just taking them down this spiral staircase with my finger,
Wow.
all the way to the bottom. And we said, and that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And he said, well, that's how you do it. I said, that guy right there just pointed to another smoke. He said, you watched the whole thing? We redid it. And he went up and brought them right down on one finger.
Wow.
So we left them
And
the
I'm
equipment.
thinking you need like a harness and a thing and clicks
Well,
and
there's
right,
some
but
safety
that's-
stuff that
yeah.
you do, but it's a relatively simple thing. So as we're about to pack up, I had all this stuff laid out, and I just looked at the guy and said, would it be okay if I rappelled down here? So he's looking around. Well, just don't post it online. Well, I think the statute of limitations is
has
over.
definitely expired.
Yeah. So that's me rappelling inside the Statue of Liberty.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah, and there's a wonderful lady. That same day, we were down, got to go up inside. It was absolutely incredible. I don't know if they still have the equipment. I don't know if they ever used it, but I found myself in yet another position
Right.
in my fire service life going, I can't believe where I am,
Yeah.
and I can't believe what I'm doing.
And when you were just talking about the one in Dallas, it made me remember I had trained with Nassau County Police, the K-9 unit, and I went through some of the training with them, and they explained exactly like how the dogs are trained and what happens. And so the opposite of you, where you threw the keys, they smelled you and they went and got the keys. They had the dog smell me, took the dog away, and hid me in this little baby, like a toy kind of house almost, like a little kid's like playhouse. And they let the dog loose, and the dog had to find me. And I'm crouching a ball in this house, and the dog's like, rah, 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 like coming. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. And I had on, do you remember they used to have like the heart rate monitors that like you put the strap here
Right,
or whatever?
right.
Like, so I had worn that because I thought, how do you measure fear, right? So I thought, a good way for me to measure fear is, okay, you know, my resting heartbeat is 49 beats per minute, and now this dog comes, and look at that, it's 185 beats a minute. Like I was like sprinting, you know, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So when so when I think about the crazy places I've been, yeah, they're definitely not that.
Incredible.
And the dog was not my friend. And then do you remember I had that bite sleeve on there? And I thought the thing was going to, and they said, go with the dog. But your natural instinct for some reason is to pull away, right?
Right.
So this dog has, and it got it, like it hurts your hand, the jaw is so
Sure.
strong, and then they start moving your arm, and you're like, I'm gonna lose my arm right now. Like, what did I sign up
He's
for?
a land shark.
Wait a second. Oh, somebody here is in Nassau County. Awesome. I know that people were saying hello to you. Somebody put in here, do you know any Rochester guys?
Rochester?
Yeah, like New York.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I know guys from everywhere, and I have to figure out how I know people a lot of times.
Right.
From playing hockey for so long, different fire department things, through the volunteer department, through New York City. So, yeah, there's a lot of people I know, and it's like, oh, I'll never forget good old, what's his name?
Right. I'm pretty good at faces. I'm like, I know
Yeah.
you, but did you like take my step class, or were you my dental hygienist?
Yeah, right.
That's the
one of
worst.
the tough things, yeah.
Somebody's saying, hi, my son is in the FDNY EMS waiting for a promotional exam to get into the fire department.
There you
Very
go.
cool.
That's a good way to do it.
Somebody is saying, good morning from Montana. Thank you. Good morning to you, Montana. We love to know where people are from. They love stories from the FDNY. Some trucks, it says, some FDNY trucks have hard suctions. Did you guys ever have to draft?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Please
yeah.
explain.
For those outside, drafting is when you take water from a swimming pool, a lake, a river, whatever, not from a hydrant. So you use the hard suctions, you put them together, you drop it in, there's a strainer at the end so you don't pull mud and everything into the pump. And it's kind of a lost art because the hydrant systems are so good. But I've been to fires where they did have to
I did not
get
know
water from the
that.
river.
I was
Yeah.
today years old when I knew that was even an option. I
Happy
feel
birthday.
like, wow.
Yeah. Stick with me, kid.
It says, what year did you start and retire, sir?
I started fighting fires in 1976, and I retired from New York City in 2003, and I stopped going to fires, I believe, in 2016. Because I thought it was time to stop. I just had the feeling that was your last fire, and I think it was a good judgment call. It just felt a little different, and I didn't want to play halfway. I was either going to play full tackle or just watch. Yeah.
Jim Wright said hello, and there's a lot of people talking about News 12 on here and Nassau County on here. Somebody is saying you have been blessed to be places a handful of people in the world have ever seen. 100% correct.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Just that phrase makes me think of the attic space in St. Patrick's Cathedral, getting all the way up in the very, very top of that, and having amazing drills up there in case there was ever a fire, and the backstage parts of the Museum of Natural History. I got to go backstage there. That was unbelievable. I've been on different stages from the Apollo Theater. John Norman says to me, we're leaving some kind of fire that the companies up there are great. The Harlem companies are great firefighters. We were up there. They really didn't need us. So as we were walking back through the smoke, about to leave, we're on the stage, and John Norman says to me, stop. Dance. And it didn't strike it. What? Just dance. We're on the stage of the Apollo Theater.
Yes.
So we started dancing. He says, now you can tell everybody
Okay.
you danced on the
It's
stage.
showtime at the Apollo tonight.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
Absolutely. All right, so we will see you back here next Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
The end of the month, we'll have some programming notes, but we'll figure it out when we figure it out. So for now, stay safe. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, we will repost these. So if you or someone you know wasn't able to join the whole conversation talking about high-angle rope training and Texas and the Statue of Liberty and all that kind of good stuff, or if you have questions for us, just put it in comments, and we do try to go back and answer them.
We try our best to answer all the questions.
Which just made me remember last week's we have a question we need to answer, because I didn't feel that it was appropriate that I answered it. I thought I knew the answer, but I was like, should leave it to the expert, not the expert's daughter.